Advanced forensics versus traditional techniques. Background info. Forensics: scientific tests or techniques used in connection to legal problems. Trace evidence: everything transferred to the crime scene during the crime. Examples are hair, fabric fibers, or blood. Some branches of forensics include toxicology, the study of toxic substances, entomology, the study of insects, and anthropology, the study of human remains. Thesis: with the growth in technology over the past few years, the field of forensics has been able to advance too. This creates advantages including the use of databases, machine analysis, and the reduction of human error. But there are also some downsides which can be seen in the lack of privacy and false accusations. The new forms of forensic technology are superior to the old, with juries growing more aware that the new forms of expert testimony will increase justice. Databases. Genetic profiling. In the 2018 case of California's Golden State Killer, the investigators in this case used a genealogy website called GEDmatch, which had data from 23andMe and Ancestry.com. They created a fake profile using DNA they had gathered from a crime scene in order to see if there were any matches. They found out the name of the people related to the suspect, which led to Joseph D'Angelo, who had their DNA matched to one of the crime scenes after investigators collected it from a discarded item of his. Fingerprint identification. The traditional method of comparing fingerprints started off with cards that had all 10 of the criminal's fingerprints on it. Then that card was compared to all the pre-existing ones an agency has. Since investigators needed a better way to use fingerprint identification, AFIS, Automated Fingerprint Identification System, was created. This database has more than 40 million 10-print fingerprints with data from all 50 states. This vastly reduced the amount of time it took to compare fingerprints. Facial identification. In traditional forensics, a police sketch would be made and spread throughout the news. The same thing happens with current news channels. The difference is today, investigators can run the sketch through the recognition software to see if there are any matches throughout the database. Facial recognition databases are also particularly important for missing persons cases. This is because data from security cameras can be run throughout software to see if there are any matches, which increases the speed of cases being solved. Machine analysis. Rapid DNA profiling. DNA testing used to take up to 8 months to return results from the lab. They needed expensive machinery and expertly trained technicians, which made the work slower. Rapid DNA profiles can be done in 75 to 90 minutes, about 1.5 hours. Most suspects can only be held for 2 hours without any compelling evidence, since circumstantial does not hold up. So this type of testing is very important in order to keep a suspect. Mass spectrometry. This is an analytical technique that separates the components in a sample by using their mass and electrical charge. The use of mass spectrometry in forensics is to determine what toxins are in different muscles and tissues in the body, which can determine the cause of death. Touch spray. This type of mass spectrometry ionization helps to analyze solid or liquid samples without pre-treating them. Direct analysis in real time. This is used to help analyze drugs with low molecular weight. Dynamic multiple reaction monitoring mode of analysis allows the cycle and dwell time to be optimized, creating higher accuracy and sensitivity. Reduction of human error. Social media. When investigators look at social media, they are getting information from a recorded eyewitness from ground level. It can even be used to find people in the background of a video. It gives another angle to the situation other than just security cameras. People also tend to post illegal activities on social media all the time. An example of this is in Gainesville, Georgia. 6 people created a video of themselves displaying illegal drugs and firearms using the social media app Snapchat. After being shown the video by a concerned citizen, police were able to locate the 6 suspects and positively identify them as the people in the video. AI. A machine does not get tired and processes information quickly. One example of this is in the field of anthropology. Anthropologists help with the identification of deceased people. AI can be used to identify the location of the body and the temperature at which the body was exposed. In traditional methods, investigators determine the temperature of the body by analyzing the coloration of the bone. A computer can analyze color more precisely than the human eye, but they found a better way of doing it. To avoid any outside factors, scientists created AI that reads how much chrysolite is found in a sample. This is because chrysolite starts to form at the same temperature and stays the same after it has stopped growing. The other side. Old methods. The main advantage of using old techniques is the result of them altogether. Without police reports, advanced techniques would still give out the important answers, but when it comes to solving a case, investigators would not know how to put it all together without the initial police reports. Privacy reasons. According to the charts found in a PLOS Public Library of Science article, there is a trend that people do not want their information given out if it is to solve a nonviolent crime. The highest no percent is 56% in the category of requiring depository trust companies to reveal information about their customers. Reduce false accusations. When people are falsely interviewed, it can ruin their reputation. An example is the case of Dan Domeniconi. A statement from Los Angeles Times says for 7 weeks, from Thanksgiving through Christmas and his wedding anniversary, he waited in agony under the scrutiny of police investigation and saw his name tarnished on local television news. He stopped eating and lost 15 pounds in 2 weeks. Rebuttal. When it comes to privacy issues, people only have a problem when it comes to nonviolent crimes, but with other categories of violent crimes, missing persons, or children cases, there is an overwhelming majority, up to 91% of people, that will let their information to be used in order to solve a crime. When it comes to nonviolent crimes like theft or drug possession, it is just as important to solve these cases efficiently. Giving information over to the police will help rule people out of the investigation. When it comes to false accusations, the equipment that is used does not mess up, which means that if someone's DNA was found at a crime scene, they were there. The person might not have been there during the crime, but investigators do not know that. Therefore, it is best to bring people in for questioning if there is any evidence that they could be involved in the case. Closing statement. To conclude, the advantages of advanced forensics are far over traditional methods because of the use of databases, machine analysis, and the reduction of human error. While traditional methods are still the base for forensics today, advanced techniques like rapid DNA tests, facial and fingerprint identification, and AI have improved forensics so much it is hard to overlook the advantages. As the world is quickly changing, the world of forensics is too, in order to continue its fight for justice.